Let's talk about realtor websites and what are the six must-have features. A lot of time, real estate agents either don't have a website or they are listing on their broker's website and they're missing a lot of business. So let's talk about that. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate investor, real estate agent, and a global team leader with the XP Realty brokerage. I'm also the co-founder of Marketing Mindset and kvCORE. Thank you so much for joining me here. If this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get to see more real estate marketing content as well as free kvCORE tutorials right here. And make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you some information as to how you can get free access to my kvCORE marketing course. So let's get started. I'm going to walk you through six must-have feature on your website, whether you have one or you're in the process of looking at getting a new one, or you just want to evaluate if your website is doing you any good. So first and foremost, make sure that you have an IDX integrated website. We are in the business of selling real estate. If people can't come onto your website and search for properties, then you're missing the mark. Right now, what you're looking at is my own website. My husband and I is our brand is Tavares and Rajasingam. So if you go to Tavares.Rajasingam, you're going to get to this website. It was created by my marketing company and my business partner. He's a website genius. He really took my business goals and the services that we provide and he made it come to life. And your website might not look like this. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because your website is going to be built up of exactly the services that you provide. For example, my husband and I, first and foremost, we work really closely with investors. We joint venture with investors. We do investment coaching. So that's the first thing on our menu. And then also because we live in the Greater Toronto area and we have license to service buyers and sellers in this area, that's another thing that we do. And like the reason why I'm doing this video, I also partner with real estate agents around the world to help grow their business. So you see that next on my menu, and so on and so forth, according to all the services that we provide. So let's talk a little bit about what you need to have as a real estate agent on your website. And I'm going to walk you through. If you click on the buyers and sellers link, it's going to take you to Josh and I, our website that is integrated with IDX, so that when we run ads, when we do social media post, when we create YouTube content, anything that we do to promote ourselves as real estate agent and to grow our personal brand, it's all being sent and funneled to this website so that we're able to capture leads and we're able to nurture them and convert them into clients. So first and foremost, like I mentioned, you want to have an IDX integrated website. What that means is that people can search the MLS system on your website. So when you come to your website, they can, of course, search the area that you serve so that they're able to ask for more information. They can book a showing, etc., right directly on your website. Second feature that you need to have on your website is you need to ensure that there's some sort of a pop-up that's going to interrupt them while they're looking at content on your website, which is going to give them more access if they were to give you their information, so email address, phone number, etc. And the reason why you want to do that is because why miss out on all the people that are visiting your website? If you're not able to capture them, there's no really use in people visiting your website, right? So you want to ensure that you're capturing the people and the traffic that you're funneling to your site. And what are some interesting ways you can do that is that on my website, I've enabled about 3 clicks after that. It pulls them directly into my database. So for example, you're going to click, on a property to view details, and it's going to take you to the property. And then as you click, you see it's going to interrupt their process and say log in to get free access. And they can, of course, sign in using their email address or their Facebook info. They're going to continue with Google, whichever that they proceed with. You're going to be able to get their email, their phone number, perhaps their name. And this is going to give you a ping on my phone. And then it's going to show up on my CRM database saying that such and such lead has come in directly from my website. And then I'm going to talk to you about another feature that you need to have that's going to give you more information as to who is visiting your website. The third thing that you need to have is make sure that any of the promotions that you're doing, so whether you're on social media like Instagram, Facebook, or your LinkedIn profile, or even YouTube, if you are like myself and Josh, who create a lot of YouTube content to provide to your clientele and your audience, make sure that any kind of content they see is funneling them directly to your website, whether to a landing page or something that is, again, whether it's a squeeze page, whether it is your website, your main website, but it's coming to the same domain. So because it is connected, again, to your database as well. And the reason why this is so important is that when people are visiting your website, if if when they come to your website and they can't get to know you, like you, if they're not able to interact with your website and get to know more information about you, then again you're losing, you're not able to generate leads, and you're losing business, and you're missing the mark. So make sure that you stay in touch and you think about your business objective, and it is to generate leads and to grow your business. Of course, I'm guessing that is the same for all of us real estate agents. So make sure that when they come here, and from, let's say, from a Google search, whatever it may be, they're able to get to know you a little bit, because a lot of my long form content is on YouTube. And for example, on my social media, when people get to come there and visit, they get to know a little bit about me. For example, their content that Josh and I post about cash flow analysis, visiting certain properties, what you need to have in order to find the right property to invest. And then if you go on my Instagram, they get to know us a little bit on a personal level as well. The fact that Josh and I have young children, and we live in the downtown core, right beside the Rogers Center and the CN Tower. It's literally outside my window. That's why I'm looking that way. And people get to know what is it like raising young children. I get DMs all the time, so people asking me that question. So again, the more lifestyle that you can share with people, what it's like to live in the neighborhood that you're selling and serving, that it's going to help you. And the way to do that is to make sure everything that you do, all of your promotion, is integrated with your website. Because if you have a blog, or if you have widgets and stuff, make sure they're all coming to from this domain. Because sometimes I found a lot of real estate agents have all these amazing social media content, and they have blogs, but they're sitting in different places. So make sure they're all integrated with your domain and your website. And then the fourth thing that you need to have as a real estate agent is make sure that your website is integrated with your CRM. So anytime that there's a traffic that's being funneled to your website, make sure you're able to capture them automatically. And that's the keyword here. I don't know about you, but I have another job, I have children, I'm a busy person. So when I don't have time to be sitting there waiting for people to arrive, and how do I know who's really coming to my website? Does that make sense? So you want to be able to have systems in place to directly funnel them into your website, and you don't have to that time taken to manually add people in the event that they were able to reach out to you through your website and social media. I know that on my website I've caught them, and there's a drip campaign, a nurturing, a follow-up system that is put in place. And if you want to learn more about it, make sure you check out more of my kvCORE tutorials that are on YouTube. So, and the other thing that I want to mention when it comes to your CRMs, I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight as to what this looks like. So when you come to, for example, through our brokerage, EXP Realty, I have free access to a CRM, robust CRM platform called kvCORE. So through this platform, it is a CRM, it's my website, IDX integrated website, as well as lead engine tools, so that I'm able to do a number of different things here. So when I click on website IDX, I actually am editing this website right here. This is the front facing that my end user will see. But on the back end, I can edit this, add my social media, my agent profile, add in blogs, widgets, etc. on here. So I highly recommend that your website is integrated to a CRM. This is the part where a lot of real estate agents miss the mark, is that often they join a brokerage, and they have a little, either a page or a profile on your broker's website. So all of the marketing that you're doing on your social media or elsewhere and even if they ended up coming to your website, or they're doing search on Google and they look you up through even realtor.ca, you're losing these people because they're coming directly to your broker's website, which they're being captured, and they're not your leads. Your broker owns them. So how are you ever going to really build a sustainable business? So make sure that your leads belong to you, and you're able to capture them in a CRM that you own, so that it doesn't matter where you go, you can take them with you, and that you can nurture them on the long term. And all of your efforts, your marketing efforts, are actually being actually carried out, and there's a journey that you've thought about on a higher level, rather than thinking about, I may get someone on social media and that's what this post is for. If they come through my website, that's what that's for. Make sure that you capture them. It doesn't matter where they're coming from, if that makes sense. And the fifth thing that you want to think about is keywords. Make sure, remember, a lot of the time, people, there's 90% of the time, and I'm not sure the exact rating, you can look it up on Google, there's over 90% of the time, people are finding businesses locally. Their local searches are happening on Google, are local intent. So what that means is that when people are looking for you, they're searching realtor near me, and you want to be the first one to pop up in that search. And how does that work? So you want to make sure on the back end of your website, whether you're using kvCORE, whether you're using your own CRM or WordPress, whatever your website is built in, make sure on the back end you're able to actually edit the setting and add in keywords that are going to allow you to be the first person to show up on Google, so that you can use things like Google Trends. You look up, certain keywords that allow for to understand the area that you service and what you represent, so that you're the first one being pulled when and or being shown on the Google search when people are searching for you. And then the last sixth thing that you need to think about, and the really key feature that a lot of people don't think about, is analytics. What you don't measure, you can measure. And the more you understand the people that are visiting your website, where they're coming from, what devices they're using, and what country they're coming from. For example, on my website, it really matters. It's important to me because not only do I service a greater Toronto area, but I do investments in the US. I partner with agents around the world. So it's really important that I have content that is going out in various different places. So it's really important for me to analyze and to do that kind of homework to find out where people are coming from and what's working, so that I could put efforts in the areas that is working. So and you get to know a little bit about, what pages they've came in, what pages they've exited, how long they spent on your website. This gives you a ton of information and data that's going to help you analyze your business and help you grow your business and manage your business for the better, and allowing you to really get you closer reaching your business goals. And the way that you can do that in the back end of your website, again, whether you're using kvCORE, your own CRM, or through WordPress or whatever it may be, come to analytics, and you're able to add in the Google Analytics ID. So make sure that you have your own Google Analytics account, and that you're able to get the Google Analytics ID, and you integrate it into the back end of your website so that you're able to get pulled. And lastly, just to wrap everything up, so remember the six features that every real estate agent's website must have is it needs to be integrated with the MLS system IDX, so that people are able to search for properties on your website. One, two, that there's some sort of a pop-up feature that is able to interrupt them while they're on your website, that's able to pull them directly into your database. Third is an integration that allows you to seamlessly integrate all of your marketing efforts, all of your social media channels, blogs, anything that you're doing outside of your website into one place. And fourth, make sure whether it's through Zapier, whether it's through directly integrated like mine is, where a website is directly married to your nucleus, which is your database, your CRM. So, and then of course you can automatically nurture them there, etc. So make sure you think about that, because that is really the most important feature you need to have in order to have a sustainable business and growth. Because if you have to spend time integrating it, putting in your Excel document, which is a big no-no, and because you can have a full business operation in your CRM if you have the right CRM. And then the fifth thing you need to have is keywords. Make sure that when people are on Google, number one search engine, when people are on Google and they're searching for it, and again, 90% of the searches are local intent, you want to be the one to pop up in the area that people are searching for, so that efforts on your website, all of the keywords are pertaining to it. And then number six is analytics. Make sure that you're able to pull appropriate analytics so that you can measure exactly what is going on in your business, moving you closer to your business goals. I hope this was helpful for you. If you found this insightful, make sure you give it a thumbs up in this video. If any of the information that I shared with you, you want me to dive into deeper, or you have any questions about it, make sure you leave it in the comment section below, and I'll happy to answer them for you. And now, if you come this far in the video, that means you want to get more information as to how you can get free access to my kvCORE platform marketing course. I'm going to leave a link in the description so that you have more information as to what this all entails, and how you can partner with me and join my global team, where you have access to unlimited marketing support, social media training, anything you can imagine. We have free investing course, everything that is pertaining to your business, we have it for you here at our company, at our group, through myself and Josh. You can partner with us. And it doesn't matter if you're in Toronto, if you're on the other side of the world, we're here for you. We want to help you grow your business. And you can get more information by clicking the link in my description. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this is insightful. And if there's something else that you want to see, that you want me to dive into, you can find that right here. And I'm happy to share that with you. And you can find all the information as to real estate marketing, kvCORE, right here on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you once again for joining me. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate investor, real estate agent, and a global team leader with eXp Realty Brokerage. I will see you next time.